Hi, everyone. Mark Lorenzoni here, and Leah is also with us, Leah Connor, the co-directors of the upcoming marathon and half marathon that we're having on the 14th. We're thrilled to be hosting again. We had a very successful event in the fall, and we're just looking forward to doing it again. So many people gave us across the board, we had positive comments, feedback after the race last fall. So we thought, what the heck, let's do it again. Folks looking to get a fast time, looking to qualify for Boston, looking to get a PR, looking to run their first. So we're really looking forward to it. So we thought today we'd quickly run through some of the details of it and give you a sneak preview. Of course, this time, obviously, we've added a half marathon. The marathon course will be certified, so it's a Boston qualifier. The half marathon course won't be certified, but you can go to the bank on it because it's through 13 miles. It'll certainly be certified. And 0.1 we've got to measure out, and obviously we don't have time to have that certified. It is an out 2 miles, back 2 miles. So if you have not run this race before, we've said this over and over again, wrap your head mentally around it. Don't let it beat you mentally, because and don't state the obvious. Try not to state the obvious. Yes, it's flat. Yes. Oh my gosh, it's boring going out and back. So what the marathoners did last time, which I thought was really smart on their part, they broke it down into 6 4-mile sections. So the classic thing, obviously, you take a mile at a time. After 2 miles, 2 down, 1 to go, not 2 down, 24 to go. But they were checking off the 4-mile sections, and that seemed to really help mentally. The other thing that helps mentally is that the darkness, it went from darkness to dawn to light to brighter light. So that made things seem different. Each time you ran the 4-mile section, it was slightly different. So there's lots of ways to wrap your head around mentally, but I will say this: it's a flat course and you can lock into pace. And that's what a lot of people did in the marathon. We had a lot of PRs. We had a lot of Boston qualifiers. It was a small event, only 30 people, but that was by design. And it's going to be the same thing this time. It's going to be not 30. We'll have more than that because we'll have the half folks, but keep it small on purpose because of the pandemic, and let's keep it nice and safe. Starting time, we didn't know, but this was pointed out by one of the entrants, that's daylight savings time changes that night. So we were planning on starting at 5:30 like we did in the fall, but that would have really been 4:30, which would have meant you getting up at 3 or 3:15 to get yourself ready. So he said, forget that. So we moved it to 6:30. And what we'd like to do is marathoners start anytime between 6:30 and 6:45. We want to get you going, particularly if you're at the 5-hour end of things. We'd like to get you going as fast as possible because obviously we're all Dr. Wilder's crew, us. We'd like to get out as quick as possible. But the main reason is because it starts to get crowded, and that's why we're having it on a Sunday rather than a Saturday. Some folks have asked. It's a lot less people down there early Sunday morning. So anyway, 6:30, which is really 5:30, and then 6:30 to 6:45 for the marathon, 6:45 to 7. So we want the last half marathoner off the starting line at 7 o'clock. So we're going to send you an email with all these details. So pick up your numbers, which is chip time, so the chip will be laced into it. The week of the event, we'll send out instructions on that. And there'll be mats, speaking of chip timing, at both ends. So people really enjoyed that the last time they had, when the results came out, they got to see their splits every 2 miles, which is pretty neat. Water is self-serve. We'll have water stops, Gatorade stops at both ends, but you're on your own with that. We're not putting volunteers there to hand it to you for obvious reasons. And most folks last time packed their water. We gave out very little water and Gatorade. We had so much left over. The postponement date, I'm kind of going through all this pretty quickly, but Lee and I have been talking. If it's going to be hot as blazes, 65-degree morning going up to 75 or 80, or 55 to 60 degrees at dawn and going up to 70 or 75, or if it's underwater like it's been recently, which we're hoping we're going into a drier spell here, knock wood, we'll move it to the following Sunday, the 21st. And we will give you not plenty of notice, but we'll already know on the Sunday or Monday before. So next week, and we'll know kind of what we're looking at, hopefully with the weather, and he'll keep you up to date. And we kept the fee very reasonable on purpose. We always try and do this. We haven't come up with a perk to give you, so we'll think of something in keeping with the low-key attitude we have this, and we'll get it to you after the event. If you want to have friends come down and pace you, jump in and out. We were kind of leery about this for the last one in the fall, and it ended up being great. Nobody got in the way. People were very compliant down there along the path. So feel free to have friends jump in at either end and run sections with. We have no problems with that. You're going to wear masks up till the starting time. You can take them off during the event, unless some folks wore them the whole time out there, or they pulled them up every time they passed someone. That's your own thing, but we're going to require them up through the starting line. Okay, the elephant in the room, the bathrooms. It still looks like I'm going to get in touch with the city, find if there's been any wiggle room with the porta-johns, but they took the porta-johns out of there at the early part of the pandemic, and they're definitely not allowing us to have any there. They didn't in the fall. I'm going to check with them again, but if they don't, I don't know what else to do. There's loads of woods. Do your thing at home, whatever. It didn't seem to be a big issue in the fall, and we're hoping you guys can figure that out. We're sorry about this, obviously. So anyway, not a great situation, but nothing we can do about it. I think that's about. Oh, if you know of anyone else that would like to run, that your friend that's been wanting to get in a fast half this spring, or is doing a virtual event away from town like Shamrock, and they want to do this physically, tell them to get in touch with us. Leah, what's the situation now? You said you're going to be sending out the sign up.
Yeah. So you'll be getting this video first, and then you'll get a separate email from Run Sign Up that will give you instructions on how to register for the race. And the link that you get from Run Sign Up will be unique to you, and that will be going out on Monday.
Yeah. So obviously, as your coach, because most of you guys that are running I coach you or have coached you in the past, I cannot impress upon you enough that, so cliche, but pace yourself. Marathoners start out a little bit slower than your targeted time. This is not a course that gives back to you because there's no downhills, but at the same time, you can lock into pace. There's splits, markers every quarter mile along the way. So what a neat thing to have to give you a guidance. So you should know quarter mile into the race if you're off pace, half mile. So if you're shooting for 8-minute pace and you get to the half mile mark at 3:48, you obviously are going out way too fast. So you want to slow it down right there, shut it down real quick. So again, we had an immensely successful event in the fall. I can't remember walking away from a race that I've directed over the years, Lee and I both, where there was such positive feedback and such a feel-good type ending to the event. So we're hoping to have the same situation here. We hope we luck out with the weather because we had great weather in the fall. So, all right. So if you have any questions, email Leah, text me, stop by. Otherwise, we'll get you an email probably next Sunday evening or next Monday morning. So that'll be either the 7th or 8th. Okay. And make sure if you marathon and half marathoners, sign up for lessons learned. That's going to be next Sunday because there are going to be some great takeaways from that, some good lessons, whether you're a veteran or not, novice or whatever. I'd sign up for that, and that Leah has gotten those links out for you on that too. So, Leah, anything else that I missed?
No, just that we hope that lessons learned next week will be recorded so that if you can't attend live, we'll include a link to that in the email that we send before the race.
Yeah. Well, I thought we had planned on recording it.
Yeah,
right?
But because we just have to make sure that Dr. Wilder does it on his end.
Yes. We're trying to get it so that we can have more viewers because we already had 100 people sign up, and that was our apparently maximum for the Zoom we currently have. So we're trying to get that pushed out. So anyway, different subject, but good problem to have. All right, and thanks everyone for participating in this. You make it worthwhile for us to direct it. So we had a lot of fun last fall, like I said, and we're hoping to have the same situation again. And speaking of Dr. Wilder, his team will be out there also at both ends. So Matt's at both ends, Water and Gatorade at both ends, and Dr. Wilder's team at both ends. So, all righty-o, Leah, that's it, you think?
Yep.
All right, everyone. Well, thanks, Leah. Leah put so much work into this. Did this past fall and is again this spring. And hope we won't need Joe Milby to get out there and shovel the mud and the sand off there like he did. God bless Joe Milby. But hoping we don't need him again, right, Leah?
I know it's I every time I go down there and see a mud pit, I'm like, this is not an all-terrain mud fest event.
We
Let's
almost called it a trail race. We almost had to last fall, but ended up we got it all cleared up in time. It's a miracle. All righty-o. Thanks, Leah.
Thank you
Appreciate it.
guys. Can't wait.
Everyone. We'll be in
Bye.
touch.